I wanted to talk about in this video the idea that now may be the perfect time for you to go back and pick up some of those premium pieces that had a pretty hefty price premium on them back when they were released, or they have numismatic value or graded coin value that a lot of people are now offloading for almost spot melt prices. So definitely tune in. Let's talk about this idea of getting premium pieces for spot. I've been doing a lot of shopping recently, trying to diversify my stack from being strictly bullion to being some items that I actually kind of care a little bit more about, items that I want to look at because they're more interesting from their historical point of view or their numismatic value, or they're just a very good representation of a coin, either, in a graded slab like this one, or even if it's just a raw coin that, has a pretty good detailed look to it. And I was talking to some friends who have been also picking up some great deals on these types of coins, and we've kind of come to the conclusion that now feels like the perfect time to be a buyer of these items. And here's some of the reasons I was thinking about why this could be, right? Because you would think, oh, spot prices are going up. The price for these different types of numismatic items or these historical items that are rarer and harder to find should probably also just be maintaining, right? If the old premium used to be 20% above spot, well, why isn't it 20% above spot today? Why is it going for just barely over, or in some cases at or under? Well, here's what I'm thinking is, if I bought, let's say I bought this coin back when a Franklin $half only cost me $8 to $12, right? And today the melt value is around $23. Well, if I bought it back then when melt value was, let's just say $10 a coin, and I tacked on a premium where I paid, maybe let's say I had a 50% premium because this was a proof 67 graded by NGC at the time, and so I paid $15 for it. Well, the fact that I can sell it today for $25, $28, I'm not really charging much of a premium, right? We're around 10% premium or even less, but I'm actually making a dollar amount profit off of this. So it makes sense that you don't need to tack on the very large premium when the sale price is already significantly above what you originally paid for it. And I bet there's a lot of people out there that are just offloading pieces that maybe they don't desire as much, or they're offloading pieces that they have numerous quantities of. What if I had, 10 of these, quarter ounce sovereigns? Well, if I had 10 of them, then maybe I'm okay with getting rid of 7 or 8 of them at the current prices and then cycling that money into something else that I desire with a different, style, or something else that I don't own that I'd like to pick up to be able to appreciate and enjoy. And I think those are the points that we need to realize, is that at the end of the day, a lot of us that are buying and selling and trading, or a lot of people that even run local coin shops and such, we're all people. We all probably started about the same. We all probably started buying what we could afford, stacking things that we enjoyed. And in some cases, we paid for those more premium items many, many years ago. And now we've sort of reaped the rewards of those, and we can cycle them. Why wait for weeks and weeks and weeks on end or months on end trying to get the maximum US dollar amount that you can for a premium item when you can simply list it barely above spot pricing and somebody will gobble it up instantly and you've locked in those gains over time? I don't know. How do you guys feel? Leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about. Is now really the time to pick up these premium juicy pieces of numismatic or collector value, or just simply really nice pieces where the spot price and the premium price are about the same? Now, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about new release premiums like this Washington coin, right? I'm not talking about new release items with a very large premium right out the gate in 2025, 2026, where you're paying, $100 an ounce or, $150 an ounce for a super artistic premium piece. I'm talking about stuff that has had a history already, that's been out in the coin and the bullion world for a long, long time. I mean, even Engelhard bars I'm seeing at my local coin shop for basically a couple dollars above melt. There's some really nice premium pieces that you can find out there that are just very, very affordable. And again, I'm not talking about brand new releases from, an online dealer or brand new releases from the US Mint, right? That premium's being tacked on for the manufacturing cost and the collector value in today's rates. I'm talking about stuff that's been cycled through hands. And most of these things you're going to see at local coin shops, local coin shows, or even, through online peer-to-peer eBay style networks where people, again, are offloading things that they've had for a long time. They've racked up value out of them already, and they're cycling into something new that they can get excited about, and just kind of cycling their inventory into new and better things. Maybe even some people are saying, now's the opportunity for me to upgrade from a 67 to a 68 or 69 because I've made so much money. If I just sell 4 of my 67s, I can pick up a 68, right? There's a lot of reasons why this might be happening. And I think if you're in the accrual phase, the accumulation phase, where you're just adding cool and unique things to your stack, why not pick up some of this stuff at or around spot pricing today? And then who knows, maybe in the future, if silver does get up to 70 or 80 or 90 or triple digit ounces, right? Maybe you'll be in that position where you got these for such a good deal that now you can move into something more premium as well. It's the cycle what we're in. Obviously, this cycle kind of falls apart if prices plummet, 10, 20%. You might see those premiums come back. Or in theory, if, let's say, prices were to stabilize, let's say the price gets stuck at 70 for silver per ounce for, a year or two, and it's trading laterally, well, that's when you might see the premium items kind of go back up in price as that premium goes from, 5, 10% up to 20, 30, 40% because the price has stabilized, and those items are going to be a little bit more harder to find and unique. So it's all a cycle. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know. Is right now the cycle, is it the time to be picking up interesting numismatic cool pieces into your stack? Or do you think that you should still just be stacking bullion rounds and bars and American Silver Eagles? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you giving me a listen. I'm curious, what do you guys think? Because I feel like it is the opportunity now to pick up some of these cooler items for yourself and add to your collection. All right, peace out. I'll see you next time.